Hello friends and welcome to another video. Yes, I'm back with another video about Hogwarts Legacy. You'll probably see some more because I am just so freaking excited for this game. I did a little research and I made a list of characters that you might be able to meet in the 19th century, so the late 1800s, in the wizarding world of Hogwarts Legacy. If you're excited for this video, then give it a thumbs up. And guys, let's make a deal. If I'm right about these characters, then you should definitely revisit my channel in 2021 and hit that subscribe button. Now let's get started. To give you guys a little bit of background information on how I made this list or how I came up with these characters, I just took a look at the trailer. It says late 1800s. I narrowed it down to 1860 through 1899. That is my own interpretation of the word late 1800s. Then I took a look at all the different Harry Potter websites that we have, like Harry Potter Wiki, also the website from Hogwarts Legacy itself. I read a couple of articles, I took a look at some YouTube videos, and all those things combined led me to believe that these characters will make an appearance in Hogwarts Legacy. Let's start with an obvious one and probably my favorite, Albus Percival Wulfric Brian Dumbledore. Most of you will know Albus Dumbledore as the headmaster of Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry, but in the late 1800s, he was a young, unknown wizard. Let's assume the game takes place in 1892. That means that Albus would have been 11 years old. That's the age that a young wizard can attend Hogwarts. How awesome would it be if you were walking to a class and you would just see the 11-year-old version of Albus Dumbledore? Ooh, I would definitely give him a sherbet lemon. There's even a small chance that you can meet Albus Dumbledore's parents because both Percival and Kendra were alive in the late 1800s. Another character that you could possibly meet in the late 1800s, and I know a lot of you guys will probably be not as excited about this one as Albus Dumbledore, it's Justus Pilliwickle. Who? Well, he was a British wizard who worked for the British Ministry of Magic. He was born in 1862. He presumably attended Hogwarts. In his adult life, he was a celebrated head of the Department of Magical Law Enforcement, and he was featured on a chocolate frog card. Moving on to more interesting characters, the ghosts of Hogwarts. To find out which ghosts we can potentially meet in Hogwarts Legacy, we shouldn't look at their birth year, but as nearly headless Nick taught us, at their death day. Speaking of Sir Nicholas de Mimsy Porpington, he died in 1492. And of course, he is the ghost of Gryffindor. So there's a big chance that we get to meet him. Then there's, of course, Helena Ravenclaw, also known as the Grey Lady. We could also potentially meet her because she died in the early 11th century and would still be floating around at Hogwarts in the late 1800s. What about the ghost of Slytherin, the Bloody Baron? Well, he died in the 11th century, so another ghost you would probably meet in Hogwarts Legacy. And let's not forget the Fat Friar, who is the resident ghost of Hufflepuff House. This is an interesting one because he died somewhere around 1988. So there's a chance that there's no ghost of Hufflepuff. The next character is a little bit less known because he was not depicted in the movies, although he did make multiple appearances in the books. It is Peeves the Poltergeist. Peeves has been around for a very long time, since 993, and it would be so much fun if he could make an appearance at Hogwarts. One of the families that I just had to check out is, of course, the noble and most ancient house of Black. Of course, we all know Sirius Black, Harry Potter's godfather, who made his first appearance in The Prisoner of Azkaban. Sirius Black had a huge family, and you might remember his family tree from the Black tapestry that he kept in his old family home. And if we take a look at that family tree, we can see that there are multiple members of the Black family that we can meet in the late 1800s. For instance, Sirius's great grandfather, who was also called Sirius Black. Next on my list is none other than the father of the Dark Lord himself, Thomas Riddle. Thomas was born in 1880 and he married Mary. Luckily, his son Tom, also known as Lord Voldemort, was born in 1905, so we don't need to worry about him while playing Hogwarts Legacy. And for all of you Fantastic Beasts fans, there is a slight chance that you get to meet Newt and Artemis Fido, Newt Scamander, because he was born in 1897. That might mean that you get to go to his baby shower. I had a flicker of hope that we might also get to meet Gellert Grindelwald because he was born in 1883, but then I found out that he was a student at Durmstrang. Every witch and wizard needs a wand, and we all know the wand chooses the wizard. But we also need a little bit of help. And that help is given by Garrick Ollivander in the books and the movies. But of course, Garrick also had a father called Gervase and a grandfather called Gerbold. So if we have the option to choose our wand at Ollivander's, you'll probably meet the father or grandfather of Garrick Ollivander. And that was it, guys, my list of characters that we can potentially meet while playing Hogwarts Legacy. If you have any other theories or characters that you think we might meet, then leave them in the comments down below. I would love to start a discussion. Thanks so much for watching, and let's stay in touch.
It is limitless.